Midday News.
Well, welcome back to the Midday News on Fox Carolina. I'm Haley Spittler. Exercising patience is something we can almost all work on, and Jehovah's Witnesses here in Greenville are hosting a convention on that very topic, and it's all kicking off this weekend. Joining me now from Jehovah's Witnesses is Devon and Bill. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Let's talk a little bit about the topic, exercising patience, and why this is relevant to us all.
Well, I think it's fair to say that we all, at times, struggle with patience, right? I think probably the culprit is those little gadgets in our pockets where we press a button and food shows up or a product shows up. And so we move in hyper speed. And the problem with that is it can cause some real problems in our personal relationships. It can even, in a case of road rage, cost us our life. So really focusing on how we exercise patience, it makes us better parents, better spouses, better employees, better members of the community. It gives us a better quality of life.
Yeah, I know the convention takes place over the course of 3 days. We'll work on our patience kind of throughout. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Okay, it's a plan. So tell me a little bit about who can attend this convention and what we can expect.
Well, as far as what we can expect, though, we've been away from conventions in person for 3 years.
Yeah.
So those who come this weekend, they can expect to see a lot of warm smiles, joyful laughter. The energy and excitement is going to be palpable, right? But the most important thing is those who attend, they can expect to come away with being enriched, learning a quality such as patience that can help them to be joyful. Patience and joy, they're linked hand in hand. So there'll be topics discussed on how we can be patient with ourselves. As Bill mentioned, patience within the family. And then at the end of the 3 days, people can walk away being confident that they have a deeper appreciation of this precious quality of patience and how they can display it to a fuller extent.
Yeah, you just kind of referenced it a little bit, but we obviously went through the pandemic. We weren't able to gather. How have you guys kind of transitioned out from the pandemic to back being in person?
Well, that pandemic, it took everyone for a loop, right? We had to pivot very quickly in terms of recording our talks, translating it, and then streaming it on our official website, jw.org. But now we're back in person, and nothing can replace in-person interaction. Just something as a simple handshake, a warm embrace. Those are the things that we miss. And so now, after 3 years, we're back, we're excited, and the theme is so apropos because we had to exercise patience over the 3 years.
Yeah.
So coming together, learning how to display that in a better way is certainly something that has special meaning for us.
Oh, absolutely. So how long have you guys been doing these conventions?
More than 100 years.
Oh, wow.
And in Greenville, I believe 1988 would have been the first one that I recall. So I was here for the record, and I love what you've done with the place.
Yes, I moved here about a year ago. I too love Greenville. It's a special place. And I know these used to be in Columbia. Now they're in Greenville. Can you talk about that decision to move it?
Sure. When you put on 6,000 conventions globally with events like this, logistics of getting more than 8 million people into a city and out, that takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And we just have to give a shout out and a high five to the Greenville Convention and Visitors Bureau. They have welcomed us with open arms. They've been over backwards to accommodate us. And of course, we love the hotels, the restaurants, the people in the community, so we're happy to be back.
And how many people are you guys expecting this weekend?
Well, here in Greenville, there's going to be a little over 100 congregations coming. So over the 2 weekends, we're expecting an attendance of close to 15,000. But as you mentioned, when it comes to conventions, we're one of the largest conventions in the world. So nationwide, over 700 in almost 150 cities. And then if you expand that out to globally, more than 6,000. So not only will the almost 8 million Jehovah's Witnesses be in attendance, but because of our vigorous campaign work, inviting the community, we're expecting millions more to be with us, learning how to exercise patience.
Very impressive. Definitely a large-scale event there. Thank you both so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
And as a reminder, the Exercise Patience Convention is kicking off tomorrow and running through Sunday. It's happening in Greenville at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena. We'll have more information on our website. That's Fox Carolina.